Coach Santos. Great technique, by the way, man. I like that stuff. You're mean on top. I remember watching you.
Yeah, sometimes, if it's not technique, you just got to turn with being a little mean.
Little attitude?
Little attitude.
Little brick jersey attitude?
Yeah, it goes a long way.
Looking at Columbia, the 100 colleges here. They're in Manhattan. You guys are the only Division I in Manhattan. I don't think you got to sell New York City to anyone, do you?
I don't think so. I mean, it's, everyone knows New York City, and it's the center of almost a lot of fields. So
Earth? I'd say humanity and Earth.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Because my phone reception's bad here, and I'm like, wait a minute. The center of human civilization's 10 miles away as the crow flies. Mm-hmm. Why is my phone not working?
Yeah.
Right? I was like, what is that? But you look at, obviously, I was actually talking to Coach Gray. He's a Cornell grad. You're a Columbia grad. So it's like, you're speaking right from it. You know what I mean? Like, you experienced it. You're an All-American there. What does that give you as far as leg up recruiting-wise for Columbia?
I think it just helps, connect with the guys. I've been through the same things. These guys have high academic goals and high wrestling goals, and I just can, being from Columbia, I kind of know the ins and outs of what it takes to kind of excel in both those levels and manage that day-to-day lifestyle of an Ivy League graduate or Ivy League college wrestler, which is a little bit different than maybe the rest of the programs out there. So it's definitely helpful to be able to share my experience with them and kind of give them that knowledge that I learned kind of going through it, trial and error wise.
You're an economist. Right. Do you get the magazine, by the way? You have an economic degree from Columbia, right? Mm-hmm. So that would usually put you in logistics, or you could be doing, obviously, number crunching, or you could work for a lot of the firms in Manhattan. Before wrestling derailed all that, as I like to say, you're a coach instead of, working in business. What was the goals going into it for you personally as a student and an athlete?
When I was going into Columbia?
Yeah, when you're going in, like, what are you thinking? Like, I'm gonna live in the city here. Is that the thought in your mind?
I think, coming out of high school, I just kind of wanted the best opportunity I can have, and Columbia spoke out to me because, like you said, it's in New York City, and I like to think it's the best city in the world, and it was one of the top 5 schools in the country at the time, and I got to wrestle D1, so I saw it as a no-brainer of getting the best of these 3 worlds, and I wanted to have the opportunity to do pretty much not limit my options. If I wanted to wrestle, I got that wrestling, and then I also was able to get that academic side, and then I was also able to enjoy, everything the city has to offer. So I just wanted to maximize my opportunity by putting myself in a place where I can get all 3 of those.
I think you're Columbia's last All-American.
Yeah.
149.
Mm-hmm.
Mean, just gritty, tough dude. How do you give that to your athletes? And that's hard to transfer, man. Some guys got it, some guys don't, but how do you coach them every day? How do you motivate guys? And how do you get kind of like give them a little bit of Steve Santos? How do you do that?
Yeah, I think it's something that gets built over time. You kind of work at it every day in the room, kind of pushing yourself to a new level every day. And those workouts are kind of like, deposits in a bank. If you push yourself past that limit, on Monday, and you come back Tuesday and do the same, over time, once you get to the NCAA tournament, all those practices are going to add up, and you're going to be one tough dude. So I think it's something that's just built every day in practice and reminding them why we're here, have fun, and be a little mean in there.
You're at C3, the Compound College Combine. Cliff Fretwell puts it on. It's a pretty good event. What are you guys looking for in a future Lion here? Future Columbia Lion. What are you looking for in a kid in there?
I think just a kid who, like I said, works hard and loves the sport, and they're here on the weekend working out, and I just want to see a guy that goes after it every time. Is it's trying to soak up that technique when they're going live, they're pushing themselves and their opponent, and just a guy who's ready to bring it and move on to that next level.
You guys can recruit anywhere. It's not like we worry about Jersey or we worry about Wyoming or California. You can recruit anywhere. Mm-hmm. You can recruit Hawaiian guys. Everyone, right?
Yeah.
You can go international. It's Columbia, right? Mm-hmm. What do you guys look for? Do you have weight classes that you look for? Do you recruit students? What do you do, and what's the recruiting process for you guys as far as what does Columbia need? What do you go for? Just good guys? obviously super smart guys. We need a 33 pounder. We need a 49 pounder. How do you do that? How do you narrow that down?
It's a little bit of both. It depends on the year. You know, obviously we got to recruit for certain weight classes. If we got seniors graduating, that might be our priority for that year. But overall, we just look for the best wrestlers and the smartest guys that we can. We want to build the room, and that happens by bringing the best guys in that we can and getting them all in one place with a common goal. I think it goes a long way. So we don't really kind of limit ourselves to guys that are, you know, the best academics or wrestlers, or it's a little bit of both. We kind of need to get guys that have a little bit of both, and that's kind of where we go from there.
Do you have slots? Are you like Penn? We can put eight guys in. I got to have a guy with a 36 if I want to get a guy with a 25 in on an ACT, let's say. Do you guys do the same similar thing?
Yeah,
like
same. I think it's pretty
slots,
common,
right?
in the Ivy League. Same kind of slot
spots
system that we get every year, and it's kind of a little bit of a puzzle to piece together our best recruiting class each year.
But you're an economist and a Columbia grad, so it's probably not too hard.
No, yeah, I get to use that Columbia degree a little bit, maybe.
All right.
Not too much, though.
All right, so guys are scrapping in there. I don't want to keep you away from too much longer. You got anything else for me?
No, just thanks for having me here, and it's a great event.